Hey folks, welcome back to another video. We're taking another look at a list from Monterey. We got the quad Thorns back in form today. Took 15th place at Monterey with a record of 10-1. Very impressive stuff. This deck is so simple, it's kind of crazy, but before we hop into the list, let's take a look at the matchups that this person faced in their tournament run. We can see lost to Typhlosion, which makes sense. Typhlosion doesn't really care about Iron Thorns at all. Dragapult is probably one of your tougher matchups, but they went 1-1. They lost to Dragapult Charizard, but then in day 2 beat a Dragapult Dusknoir, which is, in my opinion, probably even a harder matchup than the Dragapult Charizard. And then everything else is just kind of, it feels pretty dependent on how you're drawing and whether or not you're hitting heads on those coin flips. But the gholdengo, you're shutting off their coin bonus, you're shutting off Grimmsnarl's energy acceleration, play 3 Rockets Watchtowers, so you're shutting down the Noctowl engine on the Terror Box, and then you're shutting down Teal Dance. Gholdengo again, Raging Bolt, same thing as the Terror Box, you're shutting down the Noctowl engine, the Teal Dance. Charizard Pidgeot, no Pidgeot, good luck, no energy acceleration from Charizard. And then Gardevoir, they better pray that they're playing Fluttermane, because that is the only way the Gardevoir is ever going to be able to do Gardevoir things, is by throwing Fluttermane into the active. But let's hop on over to the list and see the cards they were running. This is probably the smallest limitless deck list I've ever looked at, but you've just got the four Iron Thorns. That's it. So I hope you like shuffling, because you're probably going to mulligan a few times each game. And then you've just got a very thick supporter line, because you have no real draw engine. 3 research and where'd they go? 4 Pokegear is about as good as it gets. You got your judges too, but it's not really doing you many favors most of the time. For Arven to find out our hammers, our catchers, our prime catchers, Techno Radar in case you need to hit another Iron Thorns right off the bat. And then you've got your tool cards, 3 future boosters for that extra 20 damage, which is nice because you can double hit 160 for 320, which takes care of Pult and Grimmsnarl and Gardevoir. But if you're whiffing on that and you're not able to do double or back-to-back 160 hits, you got the TM Devo, so you can punch a Pult for 140 and then just Devo it off. And it's not so much that you're getting rid of the Pult, but you're getting rid of the energy, which if you're hitting heads off of the crushing hammers, hopefully they're pretty devastated on energy by the time they get into a Dragapult. Now, I've made a few changes to make our Pult matchup even more friendly in some of the games that I've been testing out. I tried cutting 1 crushing hammer for an enhanced hammer. That way you can just kind of Arven for it and just get rid of a Neo upper a little bit more consistently. And then I did cut a judge for a ruffian, same thing. That way you can just take care of a Neo. But a lot of decks are running bravery charms as well right now. So it can kind of come into play there. I like the one of enhanced hammer more than I like the one of ruffian though. After playing around with a few games, I'd probably go back to 3 judge, but I would keep the one of enhanced hammer in there. I do like having that emergency get out of Neo free guarantee. Feels pretty good. Turbo Energize, you can load up. It only goes to your benched Pokemon, so you have to have it on your Iron Thorns in the active, obviously, and then you can load up an Iron Thorns on the bench with any 2 energy, which can be nice if you're not seeing the Crispins that you need to. But it is a good bit slower. Double Penny feels great. You can pick up your guy, all your energies, get your future booster back, and then just reset up and get rid of all that damage that they've kind of built up onto you. The energy search one of is awesome. In case you desperately need an attach, you can grab it with an Arven. Prime Catcher feels amazing. 4 Boss feels really good. You can be taking out those priority targets. A lot of time you're going to be want to be chasing the energy as well. If they get their energy attached for a turn, you can just chase after that with the boss. Because their energy is going to be one of their most starved resources with all of your crushing hammers. And then shutting off a lot of the energy acceleration from things like Charizard, Gardevoir, Grimmsnarl, all of that. They are going to be really just starved for energy the whole game. So bossing and chasing the energy adds extra to that layer. The Giovanni's Charisma is an interesting card. A lot of you might not have played with it at this point. Basically what it does You put an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand, and then it lets you accelerate an energy from your hand. So the energy acceleration is really nice. The card just kind of still feels pretty mid. Like, it's okay. Like I said, they're starved for energy attachments, so it's pretty good in that aspect. But it's going to be one of those more niche cards. You're not going to see it come up a whole lot. And then, like I talked about, you got the 3 Team Rockets Watchtower. The energy spread is really just so that you can Crispin continuously throughout the game. So make sure that you're taking, when you Crispin, you're taking 1 lightning and 1 of, like, maybe if you still have some doubles left in the game, start there so that you can just increase the amount of times you can Crispin throughout the game if needed. Although it's probably only going to come up once or twice. So you're really not going to have to worry about it too incredibly hard. I think that's every card in here. Judge is better than Iono because we will likely be ahead in prize cards. So just staying at that consistent 4 feels better. That's about it, though. It's a pretty simple deck. And I want to say that it doesn't really feel like you have a ton of agency with your games, but that can be a good thing and a bad thing. Really, it's just, are you going to draw into the cards you need when you need them? Are you going to hit heads on your Pokemon catchers and your crushing hammers? Is your opponent going to make a misplay or 2 along the way? Like, these are really what's going to be securing you victory with this list, more so than any kind of brilliant outplay on your end. So it's one of those are you feeling lucky punk kind of decks, but that can be kind of fun to play if you're on a day where you're just not feeling it. You just want to show up and just kind of see what happens. Maybe bring this list and then just show up and see what happens. Let fate decide where your placement ends up in your next Cupper challenge. But if you do end up running it, let me know how it goes. That's enough yapping. My name's Jared. I'll be your gameplay nurse today. Okay. So, the Eevee Box matchup's pretty tough. Really, we're just hoping they don't have a stadium bump in hand. That's kind of our, like, that's our best bet here, is they ain't got it like that. I think I'm just going to Crispin to try to get set up a little bit. We're doing okay on everything. I would have liked to see a crushing hammer in this hand, but, you know, at least we got the stadium. There's always that. So now we just pass and pray, really. We'll just see what do they got going on. Are they going to be able to get into a Flareon and then, oh, we can't do that. Got another energy. No stadium. Okay. We're okay for a little bit longer. Not too shabadoo. Got the other Thorns. I don't know. Let's see. 130. Yeah, without Noctowl, it's not great for them. See if we can't knock that Eevee out of here. All right. Look at that. Just get this going then. It's crispy. We'll just get that Dark back into our hand. This is fine. And then I think I'll bench this next turn. We'll just pretend that'll be okay. Yeah, we're all good. Okay, they didn't hit Stadium off the Iono. They threw away their own owls. Like, that's an okay spot to be. We might be slowing them down enough here. We took care of their Eevee with the energy. Got another one back there, though. Another Iono, so pretty likely they hit one of their stadiums here. And we did not, so that's unfortunate. We got the Pokemon catcher, though. No crushing hammers. Would have liked a crushing hammer. Okay, just the assault landing. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I think we do need to bench one of our dudes now, though. See if we can't hit this other Eevee. Can't win them all, I guess. Let's see. They didn't draw into anything super crazy, so let's not judge them, I don't think. Just booster. I think we run, I'm pretty sure this list runs a pal pad. I didn't pull the list up. I think we'll be okay. Okay. We can get an energy. Do I want to save this for active, though? Maybe we'll save it for active. We'll save it for active. That'll be fine. They've Iono'd me twice. There's no way they run anymore. So let's make the decision after we see... Okay, we did not get a Crispin. Gotta have energy search, though, right? Yeah, I'm sure there's an energy search in the game. Okay, all good, all good. Sweet, we can get another stadium pump right away if we need to. They don't do anything here. We can boss the Eevee. That'll be just fine. Arvando, okay. Oh, we can't boss the Eevee because we need that energy. Guess I should have held it. This will be fine. Taking out a Hoot Hoot's just fine too. We'll get that. Grab ourselves another lightning. And we'll fry a Hoot. All good there. Yeah, we can move. And then maybe we'll just penny. We'll just penny this guy up so we don't have to worry about energy anymore. That'll probably be just okay. Or we could, no. We'll save the boss water pond for later. Like I said, I think we're keeping this hand. I don't think we're getting Iono'd again. All right, good game, friend, good game. I honestly don't know with this deck if you want to go first or second. I'm assuming first, just so you can get that like initial energy attached and start swinging a little earlier. But maybe taking second away from certain decks is pretty good. Honestly, not entirely sure. Would have to do a bit more research on that. But I've been picking first blind just just to get my guy into play, get energy, hopefully, and then go from there. Not a bad opening hand though. Very happy with that. I only had to take one mulligan. Look at me go. Because yeah, this is pretty good. This is a pretty good place to be. We just attach pass. And then next turn we can Crispin. Maybe we can even Crushing Hammer the Dark off the monkey. Like, it's good. It's just good. There, we get to keep our hand, so that's nice too. Prime Catcher only works if you can switch yours first, right? Yeah. You have to do yours first, then theirs. So we would need another Erin Thorns, which would not work because it would not have enough energy. Or we could, if we drew into the future booster, we could retreat back into this one. Oh, it's Grimmsnarl. Huh. I've not thought about how this matchup would go, to be honest with you. Let's see. We just lose their energy acceleration, but they can just play like a Frostlast Monkey Dory. And probably be pretty fine with that. Like, I doubt they even really care about getting into Grimmsnarl here, right? I mean, maybe. No, because they can't Mind Bend. And then, yeah, so that's kind of the problem for them. I mean, and we can just penny when we need to, I suppose. I don't know. I don't see initialization being that big of a deal for them, though. Let's see if we can't. Oh, wait. That was silly. We're going to be taking the KO anyways. We don't need to Crushing Hammer there. My fault. I just saw a card and I wanted to play a card. Take our knockout on the monkey. Take our 20 Frostlass damage. The Crushing Hammers, I mean, we're not wasting them all. Should be pretty good, because then we can just keep knocking their darks. I mean, even off of like their Grim Snarls, because then they... What am I trying to say? They can't... They'd have to attach... They'd have to find another dark. They couldn't tutor it out with their evolution. So that'd be pretty good. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and Crushing Hammer that nonsense right off the bench there. I think because we'll be okay, because that way we can't get... Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can't get Grim Snarled here. Oh, we still can. So they could Candy attach, but then they'd have to... they run Air Balloon. I mean, it's not... why is this lit up? Oh, no, it's opponent first. Okay. Well, that's good. I don't know. I kind of want to Arven for... I want to Arven for Techno to be safe. I also kind of just want to be greedy. That's not helpful. I would have loved a boss there. Let's just grab their... Let's just chase the energy. I think since they can't accelerate, this is what we want to do. Yes. But getting another Thorns into play right now would just not feel super great. I don't know. Hard to say. I mean, we are going to need to deal with it eventually. For sure. I think if they get another... They can't get another energy in play here, right? Grim Snarl. So they're going to Candy Snarl. Are they going to Candy Snarl? That seems not great. Just to stop a knockout? Like, why? Okay. They got the manual attach. See, this is when the Giovanni's would be a lot better. I put in a Ruffian because I'm crazy. I got the Watchtower, so we can bump their stadium at least. It's Arven for Hammer. And we grab this, and then we'll just swing, and then Devo. I don't know. I don't love that. Well, let's see what the hammer does first, because this would be sick. If this hits heads, we're big chilling. Dang it. Never lucky. Okay, so now I think we for sure have to put this into play. Let's attach here. I don't think we attach the future booster yet. But if we can double hit them, that'd be amazing. So let's just be greedy. Attach the lightning, since that's the only actual energy requirement. If they do have the second energy attach here, okay, now we're kind of in trouble a little bit. But maybe we'll grab a... This is when the Devo would have been nice to have. And the secret box. Oh, brother. Some guys just have it all. Yeah. Research in hopes of Devo, I guess. Really our best play. This is definitely a tougher matchup for sure. But I think If I can pull the Devo off here, I think we're going to be in a pretty okay spot. What does Grim run? 8? 8 dark? I would have just hit heads on like one of those hammers, man. That would have been sick. Oh, well. Nice research, bro. Okay, now there's... Okay. Ooh, they did not get an attach on monkey. That's probably pretty good. Oh, we're definitely not swinging this turn. Some weird interaction with Freezing Shroud there. Okay. Okay, Spaghetti Code. Pop off. Oh, we got the Devo, though. Okay. What else do we want here? Pokemon Catcher? No, that's not going to matter. Oh, we could... I mean, they run Air Balloon. Might need a Techno Radar just to be safe. Do we have? Yeah, we do. I saw him. Or Poke Gear, but likely I'll just be... What do you call it? Researching next turn. How much energy do we have left? A pretty decent amount. Yeah, let's see. Hold on. I think I want to be greedy. Okay. Now we hit heads. I don't really even want this one. Let's grab another lightning. Get our attached return at least. And Devo. Okay, not too bad. We got their energy out of play. And we saved ourselves 20 damage too. Okay. Looking okay. Research, not exactly what we needed, but better than not having a research, that's for sure. I mean, they've got to have like at least one balloon in hand, right? It'd be crazy if they didn't. Now they do. But like, what are they really sending up here? Like monkey? I don't know. I think they'd almost rather lose their Frostlass. They run an energy search too, I think. So they've got to go like balloon. Well, they don't even need balloon. You could Night Stretcher, Buddy Poppin. Okay. Interesting. That's not really going to slow me down. Kind of just need to take prize cards at this point before I get overwhelmed by monkeys. Because I have no more hammers, unfortunately. What we need to see here is for sure another energy. Yep. They did not play the buddy? Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna, next turn, we're gonna take another 20, possibly 60, plus another 20 is 80. So 80 max, I think. No, 100 max. Oh, that could get kind of saucy. Okay. Let's research. Got the energy at least. Okay, another Thorns too. I think we bench here also for just for the energy attached too. Not just because I can't do math. It's for the energy attached, of course. I mean, you just push the balloon guy, right? You just push the balloon guy, right? Am I right? Mueller? Crispin. I know I've still got like multiples. Yeah, I still got my dark. I think another fire at least in the deck, so we can still Crispin if needed. If they're still here. Right, that freezing shroud glitch is so strange. Okay. It's looking like they're a little bit AFK though. Oh, no? Okay. Okay, they got the double dark going. That's a little bit scary, but they're going to give up a dark here for sure. All right, that's a bit annoying. Hopefully we draw into an energy at the very least. Kind of. Not really. I don't think... Who's that for? I'd be happy as a clam if you cornered me, I think. Night Stretcher for Dark? Badoo? Dark Badoo? I'm taking another 60. Oh, that's knockout. Shoot. That kind of stinks. Okay. See? And knew I wasn't doing my math quite right. Knockout and item lock. This may be cheeks for us. This could be super not great. Although they did sacrifice a dark on themselves, and they did go down quite a bit. So the Giovanni's Riz might be kind of spicy here, a little bit at least. I don't know if we can like... Okay. Why can't I play it? Oh, because it has to be from active, doesn't it? Shoot. That blows. It's not as spicy as we thought. Giovanni, you dirty dog. I needed you to show up today. Why does it have to be from active? I mean, how much more broken would it be if it could be any Pokemon, really? Like, it's still not that good of a card. Like, is it? Is it really? Would that make it broken if it could just be from any Pokemon? I don't think so. At least it's energy and not just like basic energy, so you can do special as well. But like, it's not that good. It's not that good. I don't know what we need here to win the game. Maybe I don't think we win this one. I don't think this one's it. I could boss. I can't boss and Riz in the same turn. I think we're just cooked here, boys. It was a valiant effort, though. It really, really was. And that's just kind of Iron Thorns, man. Sometimes you get got. It's not really up to you. It's kind of like, what cards are we going to see? How smart is my opponent going to play? You just kind of show up and you just say, hey, let's see how you worm yourself out of this one. Because I don't, like, if we're thinking back through like my plays, like, was there really, I could have not crushing hammered uselessly right at the start of the game. Like, for sure that was a misplay. Like, other than that, wasn't too much more control that I had over the game. It was a GG. It's a good game. Catch y'all in the next one.